That's when y'all get them. I'ma beat his ass.
He can't do shit with. I don't give a fuck.
So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet. If y'all was loud.
He got the whole hood over there.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a fuck
Y'all
about none
can
of that.
do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'ma fuck him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing
But y'all
gonna get fucked up over here. When do I look like getting fucked up?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it.
I
guarantee.
Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up.
And ready to prove everyone wrong. He knows the world is doubting him, and he's fully aware that most of the boxing community believes he doesn't stand a chance. All the experts are picking Tank to win easily, and that's exactly why Roach looked so focused and fired up. This wasn't just a typical stare down, it felt personal. These two have a history that goes all the way back to their amateur days, and Roach has never managed to beat Tank.
Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Davis was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of competition.
Yes,
he was doing that a lot.
And he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
Every time they faced off in the amateurs, Tank came out on top, and he's made sure to remind Roach of that every chance he gets. But Roach isn't the same fighter he was back then. He's stepping into this fight with a chip on his shoulder, knowing this might be his only shot to shock the world. Despite how intense the final face-off was.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
It wasn't just the typical stare down, it was personal.
Fans expected Tank to be chasing the biggest names in the sport at this stage of his career, but instead, he's facing an opponent who, while talented,
we fought twice in the same tournament. So, yeah, and we fought in the Junior Olympics, in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
You fought in the regionals and then fought again in the nationals?
Yeah, so we fought in the regionals in Baltimore, in his hometown. You know, it was a close fight. Obviously, I thought I won. We sent there was like an incident where a point got taken from both of us, and it only should have been him, or whatever the case may be. And we sent the tape to USA Boxing, and USA Boxing sent us an ad-log bid to go to the nationals.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and then they put us on two different sides of the bracket, and we met up in the championship.
And he took it again.
Yeah, he won a close fight, man.
Too close.
I thought I won that one too.
the only person picking Lamont Roach to win this fight is his own brother, and that says a lot. Let's be honest, there's no real hype around this match. There's no long-standing rivalry, no dramatic backstory, and no solid reason to believe Roach is the one who can truly test Tank. Even Eddie Hearn said it's not a bad fight, but it's not a big one either, and that's probably the best way to describe it. The truth is, fans wanted to see Tank go up against Shakur Stevenson. That's the fight that actually means something. Interview 7. Tank and Shakur have been going back and forth for years, taking shots at each other.
That's why I don't want boxing more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
Roach, meanwhile, is viewed as just another opponent, a stepping stone for Tank to pick up another win. If this really is one of the final fights of Tank's career, people are questioning why it's being spent on a matchup like this.
I know Lamont Roach, but, you know, when you look at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fights that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire. Yeah. So don't come and, but don't come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over and then you fight for 15 million and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered, I said, listen, you keep talking my promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes, initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Unquail didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. There was room to negotiate. Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
Tank is in a position where he could take on fights that would cement his legacy as one of the greatest of his generation. But instead, he's facing someone he's already beaten several times in the amateurs. A fight that, to most people, seems completely predictable. Roach knows exactly what he's up against. He understands that Tank is faster, stronger, and more experienced, and he's aware that the odds are stacked against him.
The fight has got to happen. There's no way the fight don't happen. The best of the best versus the best, and I can't wait for it.
What would happen between you and Gervonta?
I'm going to win, for sure, 100%. I think that a lot of people going to bet the other way, and a lot of people going to lose money, but the people who bet this way going to win.